very much felt like a war zone through that little chunk of our little hometown.
Jordan Baize recalling the apocalyptic devastation that struck his hometown of Bremen, Kentucky, December 10th, 2021. What seemed like a typical thunderstorm quickly escalated to the deadliest December tornado outbreak on record.
I'm not a meteorologist, I'm an accountant and a musician, but I knew that if you draw that line from Mayfield to Dawson Springs and you keep going, it's very close to home.
Baize and his two children took shelter in their basement with minutes to spare, coming out to an unrecognizable scene.
You could hear trees and kind of like turning unnaturally. I look up into the sky where the ceiling was and see streak lightning in your living room. It was an odd sight.
The sights and sounds of this historic EF4 tornado. Here in this video of what used to be his home, you can see part of the roof on the couch and a flattened Christmas tree. But if you listen closely, you may recall this moment. Baize playing his grand piano that was remarkably still standing.
And even if it was in bad shape, I knew I wanted to play it once more before, we threw it out. So I sat down to play a song that had been in my head for a few days.
That's the melody to a decades-old hymn called There's Something About That Name.
There's a line in the chorus that says, kings and kingdoms will all pass away. But there's something about the name. It was a pretty nice home that we'd been blessed to live in. It was the last thing for permanent, though. We thought it might have been until something like our storm comes.
The tornado reached peak intensity and speed before it hit the town, claiming 11 lives and leveling homes.
It shifts your perspective to, well, if not that, then what? And for me, it's always been about faith.
And it's because of his faith that brought others comfort during a time it was needed the most.
I think if nothing else, I think it did bring some peace and perspective in an otherwise very difficult time.
The memories of that night will never fade, along with the lives that were lost. But for Baize, he says, despite the shock, you can experience peace by turning your focus to gratitude.
I hate so much of the things that we lost. The folks that we lost will never be replaced, but I'm thankful for the lessons learned.
El'Agance Shemwell, 44 News.